I think that's what they're going to do. Spirov's going to play as the striker through the middle, with Gouli operating on the right, Shevchenko operating on a little dangerous area. He's going to play just off the shoulder, on the inside shoulder of Gary Kelly, and try and get Duberry ball watching.
Matteo back to Hart. David O'Leary's biggest regret is that players like Woodgate and Kuhl are not experiencing these big nights against Barcelona and Milan. His priority is to make sure Leeds qualify again and give them that chance. Hart caught in possession, and it's Helveg who's got clear of him. Oh, and he looked to lift it beyond Martyn, but into the side netting. A slip allowing Thomas Helveg a clear run through on Martyn's goal.
Well, that's a tremendous chance. Hart dwells on the ball just nicks over the top of him. Hart dwells on the ball, gets robbed. Helveg, fortunately, it's Helveg who's not the greatest, although that looked as if it was in. He's not the greatest front player. A great let-off that for Leeds.
D'accord. Bridges is waiting in the centre. Smith held up and eventually outnumbered. He's got so much pluck about him, Alan Smith. No such thing as a lost cause to him.
Not only that, his starting position was particularly good, playing on the outside of the widest defender. Nice little slotted link up with him and D'accord. I think that's particularly on a wet pitch like tonight, where defenders, particularly last line of defenders, may slip. I think they've got to play right on top of Maldini and Chamot, right down the sides of them.
Smith doing more than slipping that time. He's won himself a free kick from Chamot's rather rash challenge. Michael Duberry is on the way forward. Arik Bakker, tall midfield player in there, and Dominic Matteo. Held in by Boya. Towards Duberry, and last to arrive was Bridges. Reaching and stretching, just couldn't quite make contact.
It's a good opportunity, though. You know, he's being run under the ball. All the defenders run under the ball all right. He's getting a little bit of pressure here from the Milan player, but he is inside of him, and I think if he'd have believed in himself, I think that's another good shot. I think in terms of opportunities, one good opportunity each.
Well, one by D'accord from Albertini. This is Matteo. Sweeping past Helveg. Crossed in towards Smith. Dealer uncertain. Arik Bakker. Bridges is there. Oh, and the goalkeeper was fortunate. Just came off his body and ran away from Michael Bridges.
And it's a beautiful piece of work. Once again, D'accord finds Matteo. A little acceleration. And just then, Smith just can't get the little header on it. And fortunately, Bakker's shot doesn't spill out to Bridges.
Boya winning the free kick, shall we say?
Yeah, good spell this. Good spell for Leeds. They're strong, they're zipping the ball about, there's good movement, and there's plenty of adrenaline in them. What they must do is make sure those front three don't get a look in.
He was just caught by Federico Giunti. Taken quickly. Boya is onside. The header from Bakker is just over the top. He is so strong coming on with the ball like that. The tall, powerful Norwegian.
Yeah, but that's clever free kick, bit of disguise, lovely curling ball, a la Beckham if you like. That's a great chance missed. Bakker is exceptional in the air, but he's on a run. He's right behind the ball. Should never miss from there. Not a player of his ability, but great movement again, great build-up from Leeds.
Mills there ahead of Bierhoff. This is D'accord. Now Boya. Kelly free to his right. A nice change from going backwards as he was against Overmars for much of last week's game, Gary Kelly. Would you believe he's Leeds United's oldest outfield player tonight at 26? Throw-in conceded by Chamot. Boya. Kelly's cross looking deep towards Dominic Matteo. does have a height advantage over Helveg, no doubt about that. And he has some experience in Europe too, Matteo. He played for Liverpool in a Cup Winners' Cup semi-final. He's had England call-ups.
I think he's got to look to get in that position every time Leeds go deep on the right-hand side, because what's happening, they're drawing the three central defenders over. Shamat, Costacurta is often coming out to support the Maldini side of the field, and he's basically going in against Thomas Helveg.
Bierhoff. Duberry got a foot on the ball and was very annoyed with the referee's whistle penalising him.
Yeah, I think he did overpower him from the back to start with, but sometimes you need your centre-half to do that.
There have been no respecters of reputations tonight, this young Leeds United side. They've enjoyed the occasion and the calibre of their opponents. Epitomised by Maldini here and by Bierhoff. Coco trying to head it down. Mills with the slice clearance. No goals, but no shortage of incident or endeavour to hold the attention. Leeds United have carried the game to their illustrious opponents, and Arik Bakker and Dominic Matteo, the two men on whom David O'Leary gambled tonight, have been prominent in a thoroughly entertaining first half, which has ended Leeds United 0, AC Milan 0. Lost his looks now, hasn't he, Maldini? Used to be a Giorgio Armani model. Used wrong now, mainly. Free kick which Hart has come across to take left-footed. Massive roar coming up from the Ellen Road Cop. Driven in dangerously too. Smith couldn't quite make a contact, and it fell kindly for Gooley to bring away. Kept in by Costacurta. Shevchenko in pursuit. Kelly wrong-footed by the bounce. Hart managed to regain his ground. Bowyer driving Leeds forward again. Bridges. Turn ball cut out by Maldini. Well-intentioned. Duberry. Bakker. Now Bowyer. Flag was raised for offside, incidentally. Bowyer just not quite on the same wavelength as Bridges.
Yeah, I think when Bridges is the second striker, when he's not the nearest to the ball, he's always looking to run in behind the Maldini area.
Smith keeping Chamot under pressure. Bridges helping out. Now, the ball's gone out of play. And a handball against Chamot. There's a Leeds free kick. And they're trying to get on with it quickly. Bierhoff to Shevchenko. Look at the pace now. Into the path of Gooley. Couldn't quite collect it in his stride. Leeds have had a chance to regroup. Header away by Kelly, only as far as Giunti. Now Bierhoff. Giunti. Poked into Shevchenko. Clever turn. Gooley. Surrounded. Goes down looking for a penalty. There's a dive by the Argentinian. Lucky not to be carded for it.
Yeah, very much a dive. I mean, the Leeds defenders deliberately held off and avoided any risk of a penalty.
This was the moment when Gooley went down. Duckor brushed him, that was about as much as it was. This is Kelly. Towards Smith, didn't really get hold of that, Gary Kelly. Leeds throw. Fantastic appreciation of the players' efforts tonight, though, from the supporters. Might come for Smith here, he got a nudge. Being told to get to his feet. It was Jose Chamot who bundled him over.
Ball's fed it. Was a determined effort for it? No, good refereeing that. Chamont, experienced defender, knows full well if he makes a real contact with him, he's had a slight touch, but I suppose that's unavoidable.
Kelly, Smith. Pushed and kicked out by Costacurta, but dispossessed him. He's found a way out of that tight corner. Terrific play by Smith, deserved a little bit better. Albertini away, came off Maldini though for Dacor. Now Matteo. Bridges, just couldn't quite gather in his stride. Little exchange with Boya, might come from Matteo, will have to make do with the corner. Not a very promising Leeds United move.
Some great slick football there. Ended when Chamont made that retrieving challenge.
Now they have the wind in their sails here. The crowd sense a goal is imminent. Can Leeds produce? Bowie will take the corner. In towards back of the header. In the air was from Alan Smith.
Yeah, unfortunately, Smith's coming up the line. The ball's behind him. I just wonder whether, in fact, he may have taken a better chance away from Bakker. Bakker's making up the ground.
Look at the shirt pulling on Smith.
It's Duberry.
It's Duberry's header. Smith was getting pushed and pulled all over the place. And Michael Duberry had the header. They're playing their part. Shevchenko has a problem with his forearm. Change for Milan. And the midfield player Diego de Ascentis is going to come on in place of the fringe Argentine international Gulli. De Ascentis of a more defensive midfield ilk. Giunti, away by Mills. Smith holding off Maldini, who in the end had to take evasive action and just pull Smith to the ground and take the yellow card. That was an inevitable conclusion of that. One of the great defenders, by the way, and Alan Smith got on the dangerous side of him.
He knew Smith was on his way there. That's one of the few times that young Smith's been able to get turned around and get a run on people. I'll tell you what, this is worth having a ping at the deck and getting some people's white shirts following. I know it's a long distance, but...
Ian Hart. This drives it in, hopefully, headed away by De Ascentis. Wide has let David O'Leary down tonight. Giunti on the ball. Shevchenko running free for the first time, stepping inside. Mills off. Smashed that, and Nigel Martyn got a touch to it. Somehow he helped Shevchenko's cracking shot over the crossbar.
Yeah, that's Shevchenko at his very best. Takes you one over his feet, and that's the hardest shot we've seen all night. That's the first time I think somebody's really got hold of a ball and pinged it.
Slightest of touches from Nigel Martyn, conceding a corner which Demetrio Albertini will take. In towards Giunti at the near post, dealt with though by Alan Smith deep in defence. Didn't get much of a touch. Move this. Bierhoff. Good run by Shevchenko, peeling in behind the Leeds defence. Shevchenko really coming alive here and forcing another fine save from Nigel Martyn. It's almost as if he suddenly changed gear here, the Ukrainian.
Yeah, you wonder as well whether the Leeds people are getting a little bit of tired, a little bit of lack of concentration. May have gone wide, that shot of Shevchenko's, but Martyn can't run the risk.
All towards the head of Paco, who had a real chance there. Scored a very good headed goal from a similar setup last week. Instead it's hit by the right footer by Maldini, and Alan Smith is back there. Boya. uses his arm. Oh, indeed, it's built in, and sensationally and wonderfully, Lee Bowyer has scored for Leeds United, and this could be a famous night and a famous victory, and a sad, sad moment for the Brazilian goalkeeper. But do they care? Not one bit. He chanced his arm, and his luck was in.
It's probably the first real shot they've had from outside the box. It's a decent shot, but Clive. Brazil must have some great defenders if he plays behind them.
They have a throw in, but not long to wait. Booed off on Saturday, cheered to the rafters of Ellen Road tonight. Leeds United have pulled off a shock result with a shock goal for Lee Bowyer. Some sympathy from David O'Leary for his opposite number. No sympathy in Milan for Dida tonight, whose error allowed Lee Bowyer to steal the headlines on behalf of 10 other Leeds United heroes. They worked so hard tonight, and hard work can produce the most unlikely rewards. That was how it happened, and this is the final score. Leeds United 1, AC Milan 0.